Lapras is right below where I am. I just hope I can get to it today, unless I get a whole bunch of random encounters that'll prevent me from getting to Lapras. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Now, I want to address something real quick. Back at the Ruins of Alph, where I opened up that vault with the word Flash on it, I picked up a Serenade Orb, and I accidentally said you could use that to evolve Eevee into Espeon. I meant to say it's used to evolve Eevee into Umbreon. So sorry about that, I guess the word Serenade kind of made me think of Espeon for some reason. But on the other hand, I shouldn't be surprised that I got the Opod and the Serenade Orb mixed up, since after all, those two items are exclusive to this game only. So sorry for the mix-up, I didn't want to cause any confusion. Anyway, in the news today, we got another Terrorblade battle event in Scarlet and Violet, and this time it features the returning 7 Star Samurott. Ah yes, the lean, mean critical hit machine. It originally started back in March and April of 2023, but now it's back starting from the 16th until the 23rd. So, its ability is Shell Armor, its turn type is Bug, its nature is Lonely, and knows the moves Aqua Cutter, Mega Horn, Night Slash, and Joe Run. And its additional moves, Focus Energy, Sword Stance, and Bulldoze. Now, back in part 50 of my Renegade Platinum Let's Play, I did talk about it, although I never actually said how to defeat it. And that's because, back then, I wasn't interested in those 7-star Pokemon. Well, up until now, that is. Anyway, knowing that I'll be up to my eyeballs in critical hits, I decided to go with something that has the ability to block critical hits, and has a lot of defense as well. And that Pokemon is Cloyster. So my Cloyster's nature was Adamant, its turn type was Rock, its held item was the Loaded Dice, its ability was Shell Armor, very important, and I gave the moves Aqua Ring, Iron Defense, Shell Smash, and Rock Blast. So first, use Aqua Ring, then use Iron Defense twice, and when your stats reset, do it again. Then Shell Smash 3 times, Rock Blast until you're able to Terrestrialize, continue Rock Blast, and when your stats reset again, Iron Defense twice, Shell Smash 3 times, and spam Rock Blast until Samurott goes down. I know it seems like a lot, but it is doable, even though I just barely beat that Samurott. I'm not really sure if I could have done something different, although I don't know what I could have done differently. Or if you don't care about the critical hits, you can go with Annihilape, which is what I did afterwards. So my Annihilape's ability was... Actually, no, I'll get to that in a second. Its nature was Adamant, its turn type was Ghost, its held item was the Shell Bell, its ability was Defiance, and I gave the moves Screech and Rage Fist. That's it. So first, try and nail Screech, then spam Rage Fist 3 times. It should do a bit more damage than usual, since Samurott lowered your speed with Bulldoze, which triggers Defiance. Anyway, after you die and come back to life, that's when you want to Terrestrialize. And from there, spam Rage Fist until Samurott goes down. Now, as for some other Pokemon I could have used, well, there's Blaze Breed, Paldean Tauros with Anger Points. I actually want to do that, although it was kind of hard for me to find a Blaze Breed, Paldean Tauros. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's probably that thing could spawn in the wilds. I mean, it was said that you can find those things in breeds of 5 Paldean Tauros. Although, yeah, I did that so many times, but I didn't find a Blaze Breed Paldean Tauros. I guess I just have to get lucky. So yeah, I'm not really sure if Anger Point could actually help me out, since even with plus 6 in attack, yeah, I can only do so much against 7-star Pokemon like Samurott. Okay, I believe there's something over here. Alright, let me just take out my dowsing machine real quick. Okay, so over to the left. There we go. Now, as for that Hisuian Samurott event, well, it looks like it's not going to happen, which is a shame because, well, I seem to recall talking about it some time ago back in my Renegade Platinum Let's Play. Although, I don't think I ever said how to defeat it. Although, I'm not really sure if you could do what I did with the Cloyster. Use Shell Armor to block out critical hits, or maybe something else entirely. Well, they could have done the same thing they did with Hisuian Typhlosion, but I guess they didn't want to do that this time. Not really sure why. Oh well. Okay, one more trainer, and we'll be at Lapras. Now, about certain Mega Evolved Pokemon in Pokemon Legends EA, one Pokemon in particular kind of stuck out to me when it comes to abilities, that is, and that Pokemon is Mega Starmie. So apparently it now has the ability Huge Power. That kind of surprised me a little bit. I mean, Starmie has been a special attacker for about 30 years already, and for it to get Huge Power as an ability when Mega Evolved, well, that's kind of a shocker. Well, since it has those really long legs, I guess that's using for something. I mean, looking at the way that thing was running at me in Legends EA, well, yeah, I guess it's no surprise that I got an ability like Huge Power. But still, it's kind of strange how Mega Starmie of all things has Huge Power for an ability, since a special attacker having Huge Power, well, yeah, that kind of caught me off guard. Well, anyway, there's also some other Mega Evolved Pokemon from Legends EA that didn't get abilities yet. I'm not really sure if they've been excluded from Pokemon Champions. If so, then I wonder why. Maybe so little time or something. I mean, there's a whole bunch of Pokemon, or rather Mega Evolved Pokemon from Legends EA that didn't get certain abilities, such as Mega Raichu X and Y, Mega Absol Z, Mega Staraptor. Well, actually, no, wait. What am I saying? I think, didn't I hear that Mega Staraptor got Contrary X ability? If so, then yeah, that's a good ability for it. Although, I'll have to double check on that because I'm not too sure about that myself. There's also Mega Scrafty as well as Mega Electros. Well, for Mega Electros, well, I'm pretty sure it could get Levitate again because that's the best ability for it. But as for Mega Scrafty, well, I'm not really sure what ability I would give it. Oh, man. Well, okay then, I guess maybe one or two more random encounters and we'll get to Lapras. So yeah, it's kind of strange how certain Mega Evolved Pokemon from Legends 8 didn't get abilities in Pokemon Champions, although I'm not really sure if those Pokemon are even seen in that game. Probably not. Okay, I'm just going to save everything I've done so far and be right back. Alright, big guy. Let's see what you're made of. Now, even though Lapras has a catch rate of 45, this shouldn't take too long since I have some net balls. And yes, I know using a flying type against an ice type isn't a good idea, but it's all good since the only ice move Lapras has right now is Ice Shard. And even then, that probably won't do much. Okay, I wasn't expecting Wing Attack to do that much damage, but then again, what did I expect? I mean, after all, I have a 16 double advantage, so it's only fitting that Wing Attack did that much damage. Okay, at least Hypnosis connected. Okay, I have 19 net balls on me, so hopefully one of them does the trick. Alright, here we go. Will this one do it? Let's see. One, two, three. There we go. Okay, what do we have to say about Lapras in this game? Let me guess. It's the same entry I've been seeing for so many years, right? Yep, I figured as much. You know, I feel kind of dirty using Lantern over Lapras since it is one of my favorite water types. But I wouldn't use Lantern if I didn't have a good reason to use it. Okay, our business here is done, so let's get out of here. So right before I fought Lapras, I looked up online and apparently Mega Staraptor does not have an ability. Well, that'll teach me to read fake news. Yeah, I think a couple videos ago I said that Mega Staraptor got Contrary as an ability, but turns out that was never true. Well, hey, you never know. Maybe in the next few months, maybe some of those Mega Pokemon from Legends EA will get abilities of their own. Now, I was talking about that 7 Star Samurott, although I was also thinking about that Hisuian Samurott event. Well, it's a huge shame that maybe it's not going to happen again, since, well, if it did happen again, then maybe I would probably have a... Oh, come on, really? Gonna put me to sleep? Well, hopefully I wake up eventually. Anyway, as I was saying, I kind of hope I would do well against that Hisuian Samurott, looking at its ability Sharpness. While seeing that Cloyster has very high physical offense, maybe it could survive whatever Hisuian Samurott has to throw at it. But then again, I'll never know that since that event's not going to happen. Also, knowing that that 7 Star Samurott has Shell Armor for its ability, that got me to think. Could I potentially steal its ability and use it for myself? I'm not really sure if I could do that since, well, I would have to pull off some sort of combo if I were to steal its ability and use it for myself. Well, I could try that, although I'm not really sure if I could really make use of its ability since, well, I do want to raise my stats, but at the same time, I gotta time that correctly since Samurott can't do that thing where it gets rid of all your stat boosts as well as your abilities, so yeah, I gotta time those very carefully. Okay, I'm just gonna switch Lantern to the lead since I'm almost out of here. Yeah, I know I'm gonna run into a few Whoopers, but that's okay because, well, yeah, Whoopers don't have a lot of stats, so yeah, it should be okay. Also, I was talking about Blaze Breed, Paldean Tauros, and maybe I could use that to fight that 7-star Samurott. Although I did say that I was kind of having a hard time trying to find that thing since they do comes in. No, if you want to find those things, then you have to look in Breeds of 5 Paldean Tauroses, which I did, but no luck. Yeah, once again, I guess I have to get pretty lucky if I were to find a different kind of Paldean Tauros. Okay, just to let you know, Blaze Breed Paldean Tauros is only in Scarlet, and Aqua Breed Paldean Tauros is only in Violet. Yeah, if I did use Blaze Breed Paldean Tauros to fight that Samurott, that well, for those of you playing Violet, then you might not care because, well, Blaze Breed Paldean Tauros is only in Scarlet. I mean, I don't know too much about Violet since I don't have that game, since, well, I do know for a fact that Tyranitar is in Scarlet, and yeah, that's the whole reason why I bought Violet over, no, that's the whole reason why I bought Scarlet over Violet. Sorry about that. So back to that Hisuian Samurott. Yeah, I kind of wish that the event were to come back since, well, I'm kind of feeling a bit more confident that I can fight that thing now since, well, yeah. Something got into me, and suddenly I have the urge to fight those 7-star Pokemon, which includes that Hisuian Samurott. But I guess that event's over and it's not going to come back ever again. Well, that sucks. But at the same time, well, I guess it was kind of my fault since, yeah, back then I wasn't interested in fighting those Pokemon, so, yeah, I guess I, kind of got the, well, how can I put it? I guess I got that fighting bug a little bit too late. Yeah, let's just put it that way. I suddenly had the urge to fight those 7-star Pokemon, but unfortunately I came a little bit too late when it came to fighting that Hisuian Samurott. Well, if I were to fight that thing, then I guess I would get rid of its abilities, so that way it can't really, so that way its slicing moves won't get a power boost. Yeah, I did say Sharpness is a pretty cool ability since I did use a Gallade in my Scarlet game. Okay, hopefully I'm out of here. Alright, there we go. Okay, now that I'm out of here, I'll see you in a different location. I'm back here in Goldenrod City because I never showed you how Buena's password works in this game. So I might as well show you right now, since I still have some time left. Alright, here we go. And today's password is Spitterack. Okay, so now you want to go to Buena and repeat the password on her show. And every time you answer correctly, you get a point. It's a shame that it's not like how it was in Crystal, since back then, I was able to actually get a bunch of red canes through Buena, so that way I would have an easier time against red. But sadly, times have changed now. Yes, I remember today's passwords. Alright, let's get to it, shall we? Okay, and today's password is Spitterack. Alright, there we go. And with that, I get 1 point. And I believe that person on the left is going to give me something, and I believe that something is supposed to be a Pokeball, if I'm not mistaken. Is it? Okay, yes it is. So yeah, I believe the prizes you get depends on how many points you have. Yeah, as I said, it's a real shame that it's not like how it was back in Crystal. As I said before, times have changed. Okay, and with that, I don't think I have any more backtracking to do right now since I need strength to do any more backtracking. So next time, we're finally moving on with the game. See you next time.